this little snowman. He's a good little gift, but if you open him up, he's a little snack too. And these are what you need to make him. You need a piece of felt or fleece. Fleece works really good because it's got some stretch to it. And it has to measure. You can use candy bars, you can use literally anything to do them, but you have to measure it to where it'll fit around with a little bit of an overlap. It's got to come around him with a bit of an overlap. And then you need this to tie this. That's what makes the hat. See, you can use, I'm using the Reese's because that's what I got, but you can use M&M's, you can use little boxed candies, here's a doggy treat, you can do a little doggy bone, anything you want that's small and flat that you want cute for Christmas. Little cheap, inexpensive, and crafty little gifts. Okay, got the wrong ribbon up there. What you need is the piece of fleece. Like I said, you got to measure it, and then it's about 3 to 4 inches long, and then as more big around, and then another piece that's just cut off of the top. If you cut off of the salvage end of the fleece, it has this neat little cuff that curls up that makes a cute little cuff, but it's not necessary. Now, I usually use another piece of contrast, a different color. Like if I'm going to have a red hat, I use green piece of fleece, but I don't have any of that on hand right now. So I got some of this ribbon at the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and, since it's wired, I went ahead and just trimmed it back a little bit. There's the regular ribbon, and I just trimmed it back a little bit so that, because it's going to go around him as a scarf. This is just a piece of printer paper, cut again to fit around with a small overlap. They're home now. You just have to measure this to where it'll fit around. You can do this around makeup brushes or just about anything. Just tape it down where it's taped down all the way. Just a couple little pieces of tape is all you need. Then you're going to take your piece of fleece or felt or fabric, whatever. You're going to bring that around to the back. I'm going to tape it for this thing, but a little bit of hot glue really works really great for this. It works a lot better. But I will tape it for the sake of this. Okay. Oops. You gotta see what I'm doing. I already know what I'm doing. Kind of. And then just take the little strip that you've already cut. Now see, I already cut some of the fringes on here just to save some time, but usually you leave it without having the fringes cut until the last.
Miss Rose.
Wait a minute. We're filming. And then you just tie this. And bring it up tight. Really tight. And then tie it again. Just any old overhand knot is just fine. Or granny knot, however you want, whatever you want to call it. Then you're going to take, and I've already got some of these, like I said, fringed out. Just finish it off by cutting the rest of the fringes around. And that's what's going to make the pom-pom on the hat. If you want to get real personal about it, you can take some glitter pens and write somebody's name. Just make your little things here the same length. See, your knots just turn into part of the fringe. So your little knotted thing, that's why you use such a long one. And you take this. Now I didn't have the fleece, so I'm using ribbon, and it's wired on the edge, so I've trimmed up the edges because this is really way too wide and everything. So I'm just gonna do this and lay it underneath him, and again just a little overhand knot. It works really, really good with a little piece of fleece. Tie it fairly tight. Don't strangle it, but just tie it fairly tight, so it'll stay. And then you do the same thing. You fringe up the ends. You just cut them up a little bit. However long you want it, that's up to you, you know, whatever colors you want. You can do it with just any old thing. And there he's got his little snowman scarf. Now you got to do the face. Trusty little...
Hold it. Hold it up some when you do it.
Trusty little marker. The Sharpies work great because they're...
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now you're going to have 2 pieces of coal for eyes, and they're not round. The more not round they are, the better. So you're going to just do 2 pieces of coal for the eyes. Right? Okay, and then he's got to have a carrot nose, so just a triangle like that and a couple little lines. And then his little smile made out of coal too. You can put however many you want across there. And then of course he's a snowman, so you got to have buttons made out of coal. And there's your snowman. Now you just take some highlighter pen or anything that's orange, and since the black is darker, you just fill in. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be perfect at all. And there you go. There's your Mr. Snowman. Your own personal little Mr. Snowman gift. And inside is the other gift. That's it.
Zoom in and get one.